Welcome to VR 日本語、Beginner's Genki class. This lesson I'm covering entire chapter 1, 3 grammar points in one go, and with some practice. And if you like to repeat after me some of the phrases that I say, it will be a really good practice. As you practice, you can repeat and pronounce. Don't really speak too slow because I would love you to get used to the normal speed from the beginning. Let's get it started. Do you remember the very first grammar point that we learned? X は Y です。X は Y です。This は particle indicated in this purpley pink. It's usually written as ha. It's pronounced as ha, but when it's used as particle, it's pronounced wa. And X は Y です。This は is a topic maker. In front of the は particle, the X is the topic of the sentence. And this is to be or am, is or are. For example, 私は萌えです。私は萌えです。Speaking of me, I am 萌え。So, in front of は is the topic. 私 is I. 萌えです。That's my name. 私は萌えです。I put 私 in bracket because we don't tend to use 私は in Japanese sentences. Let's look at this one. 私はオールマイトです。私はオールマイトです。I'm all might. Do you like ヒロアカ？ヒロアカが好きですか？私はオールマイトです。Let's read it together. 私はバットマンです。私はバットマンです。Another thing you can do with X or Y です format, you can talk about your nationality. For example, 私はイギリス人です。私はイギリス人です。Again, you can omit 私は and just say イギリス人です。私は日本人です。私は日本人です。日本 is Japan. 人 at the end indicate the nationality. 私は日本人です。I am Japanese. 私はアメリカ人です。私はアメリカ人です。I'm American. You can also indicate your occupation by saying 私は先生です。私は先生です。先生 is a teacher. 私はヒーローです。私はヒーローです。I'm a hero. And the next one is 私はスーパーヒーローです。私はスーパーヒーローです。Let's talk about weather. 今日は涼しいです。今日 is today. 涼しい is cool. As for today, 今日は涼しいです。So, let's look for the topic of the sentence, which is in front of the は particle. 今日 today is the topic of this sentence. As for today, it's cool. 今日は涼しいです。今日は涼しいです。This sentence 夏 means summer. 夏は暑いです。暑い is hot. 夏は暑いです。As for summer, it's hot. 夏は暑いです。冬 is winter. 冬は寒いです。寒い is cold. 冬は寒いです。As for winter, it's cold. 冬は寒いです。Grammar point 2. Question sentence. Ask question with ka particle. So this is your second particle you're going to learn. Ka particle. Okay. X は Y ですか? By adding ka to the end of a statement, it becomes a question. Is X Y? It's going to be X は Y ですか? Same as 私. あなた is one of the words. あなた means you in Japanese, but it's one of those words that we don't use very often. We tend to use people's name or title to address people rather than you. And when you use you, it's kind of sometimes sounds a little bit rude. So we tend not to use あなた. However, in this case, we don't know that name. So, あなたは萌えですか? あなたは萌えですか? Are you 萌え? あなたはオールマイトですか? あなたはオールマイトですか? Are you all might? And if the answer is yes, はい。はい。Let's ask him. あなたはバットマンですか? あなたはバットマンですか? Are you a Batman? To say yes. はい。はい。It's pretty simple structure. Just adding ka becomes question rather than statement. 夏は暑いですか? 夏は暑いですか? 冬は寒いですか? 冬は寒いですか? Is winter cold? Okay, so we've done 2 grammar points now, and right now it's a time for learning Japanese numbers. Yay! Okay, let's learn Japanese number. I will pronounce 1 to 10. So if you like to pronounce right after me and practice. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, おし 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, or 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, or 9, 10, 10. So, let's not get you sleepy here. Let's go a little bit faster. If you like to read after me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5、6、7、8、9、10. Let's go back way from 10 to 1. 10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1. And I didn't write it here, but 0 is 0. 0 or late. 0. Now I have indicated two unlucky numbers here. 4 is shi and 9 is ku. They have a similar or exact same pronunciation. Shi means death and ku means suffering. So we don't like using or pronouncing some of the word as shi or ku in certain cases. That's why there is two different pronunciation. And often, back in old days, I don't know about this day now, but there's some hotel rooms or hospital rooms missing this number 4 and 9, and sometimes missing these floors in the building 4 and 9, or car parking. Car park has numbers, and sometimes they don't like these numbers, so they skip these numbers. So it's a little bit confusing if you're looking for your car. Okay, let's get you to read the following numbers. I'll give you 2 seconds for each. I'll give you 2 seconds for each numbers. A, 5, B, 9, C, 7, D, 1, E, 10, F, 8, G, 2, H, 6, I, 4, J, 3. How did you go? For those who love big numbers, let's talk about big numbers here now. 10 is Ju, we just learned. What about 20? You just simply put 2 in front of Ju, so it's Niju. Let's talk about big numbers. We learned 10 as Ju. How do you say 20? Which is simply put 2 in front of Ju. Niju. Right here. Niju. What about 30? Sanju. Pretty simple. Let's talk about 100. 100. A little bit tricky one to pronounce. 100. 100 is 100. 200 is 200. 200. 300 is 300. Little bit tricky pronunciation here. It changed from 100 to 100 because it's a little bit hard for us to pronounce 300, so it became 300. Okay, so random numbers here. 51 is 51. 51. 113. 113. 113. 378. 378. How did you go? How did you go? Are you ready to read big numbers? I'll give you 3 seconds. A. $45. B. $83. C. $19. D. $76. E. $52. F. $100. G. $38. H. $61. I. $24. J. $97. How did you go? Big numbers. Getting harder? Let's talk about time. Let's tell the time. So, G, this one right here. G is hour or o'clock. So 5 o'clock is 5時. We learn that number 5, 5時. This one is really interesting. Kanji right here. Pointer. Here we go. This kanji represent sun, and this kanji right here represent temple. So in old days, they used to have sundial at the temple, and every hour they ring a bell. Dun. So that's ji. That's how you can remember that kanji for ji. 5時, 5 o'clock. Let's read the following times. Please repeat after me. 1時, 1 o'clock. 2時, 2 o'clock. 3時, 3 o'clock. 4時, 4 o'clock. Now 4時, be very careful. It has a different pronunciation. It's not 4時, it's 4時. 5時, 5 o'clock. 6時, 6 o'clock. 7時, 7 o'clock. Again, 7 is a particular pronunciation. It's not 7, it's 7時. 8時 8 o'clock 9時 9時 is 9時 9時 is also particular pronunciation. Be careful, it's not 9時 9時 10時 10 o'clock 11時 11 o'clock 12時 12 o'clock. Learn how to ask simple question, is it something? By adding ka particle. There's a different way of asking another type of question using nan. What? Nan plus counter. Counter is something that you use straight after the number to indicate what you're counting. In this case, 何時ですか? What hour is this? 何時ですか? So ji we learned is o'clock or hour. It's a counter for time. 何時ですか? 今 means now. 今何時ですか? 今何時ですか? Can you answer the question? 1時です。1時です。1 o'clock. To say half past or 6:30, we just simply use han. Han. I like the kanji. Kanji is kind of divided into two. It makes sense. Han. Okay. 6時半 half past 6 6:30 6時半 Okay, here we go. This is the practice from the textbook. Look at the following picture and answer the question. I will ask the question, 今何時ですか? What time is it now? Please answer that question and I will give you the answer after 3 seconds. 今何時ですか? 1時半です。That's the example. 今何時ですか? What time is it now? 1時半です。It's 1:30, half past 1. Let's go with number 1. 今何時ですか? 3時です。Did you get it right? Number 2. 今何時ですか? 9時です。Number 3. 今何時ですか? 11時です。Number 4. 今何時ですか? 7時です。Number 5. 今何時ですか? 2時半です。Number 6. 今何時ですか? 4時半です。Number 7. 今何時ですか? 12時です。Number 8. 今何時ですか? 6時です。How did you go? Let's talk about AM and PM. Let's learn first. AM. 午前。Go. Let's talk about the kanji. Maybe it would help you remember. Go means midday. Midday. 12 o'clock. Zen is the kanji for previous. So it's before midday. That means AM as in morning time. 午前。午前9時です。9 a.m. 午前9時です。So, you notice Japanese is backwards compared to English. So, instead of 9 a.m., we say AM 9 o'clock. 午前9時です。For example, 今何時ですか? What time is it now? 午前7時です。午前7時です。Let's talk about 午後 afternoon. So we learned 午 means 12 o'clock. This kanji right here, it's pronounced the same as the first kanji, but it's different shape. Means after. After 12. 午後 means afternoon. 午後。午後4時 4 p.m. 午後 sorry, there was a typo. It's supposed to be p.m. 午後。今何時ですか? 今何時ですか? 午後9時です。午後9時です。Here we go! Practice time! Let's practice together. Answer the question. Example. I will read the example. Please repeat after me. Question. 東京は今何時ですか? What time is it in Tokyo? 東京は今何時ですか? Answer is 午前3時です。3 a.m. 午前3時です。Let's start from number 1. London. ロンドンは今何時ですか? I'll wait for you to answer 3 seconds. 午後6時です。午後6時です。Number 2. ストックホルムは今何時ですか? 午後7時です。午後7時です。Number 3. ナイロビは今何時ですか? 午後9時です。午後9時です。Number 4. ニューデリは今何時ですか? 午後11時半です。午後11時半です。Number 5. バンコクは今何時ですか? 午前1時です。午前1時です。Number 6. シドニーは今何時ですか？午前4時です。午前4時です。Number 7. ニューヨークは今何時ですか？午後1時です。午後1時です。Number 8. リオデジャネイロは今何時ですか？午後3時です。午後3時です。It's probably not so useful these days, but somewhat useful in some occasion. What is your telephone number? 電話番号は何ですか？電話番号は何ですか？ What is your telephone number? 電話 is telephone. 番号 is number. Telephone number. 電話番号は何ですか？ When you are reading out long numbers, it could be a credit card numbers as well as telephone number. We tend to break the numbers up with no. So you can, instead of hyphen, you can put no. For example, 電話番号は何ですか？ What is your telephone number? 0414の762です。0414の762です。Okay, I think instead of a telephone number, we tend to ask for line ID these days. Line is pretty big in Japan and in Korea and Taiwan, I think, and Singapore, Malaysia, whole Asia. Line's pretty popular. So, what is your line ID in Japanese? Line ID は何ですか？ LINE ID は何ですか？ You've noticed I didn't use あなた It's you. あなたの LINE ID は何ですか？ What is your LINE ID? In English, you tend to say your ID. But because you're speaking directly to the person, we don't tend to use あなた. So, LINE ID は何ですか？is short and sweet and straight. LINE ID は何ですか？ And final grammar point for today is noun 1, not noun 2. The first, there's two meanings for no particle. No particle has 1, possession, or the second meaning is extra explanation. Possession. If I'm saying this is my umbrella, 私の傘です。傘 is umbrella. 私 is I. 私の傘です。In this case, no is possessing. Possessing 私の傘です。It's my umbrella. This one is another example sentence. 萌え先生は私の先生です。萌え先生 is my teacher. 萌え先生は私の先生です。Second meaning is extra explanation. Let's have a look. In this example, ピカチュウの傘です。It's not the umbrella of Pikachu. Pikachu doesn't actually own this umbrella, but this umbrella is shaped like Pikachu in this case. It's umbrella of Pikachu. So the Pikachu in this case is extra information. No kasa desu. Kasa is the main topic you're talking about. In front of no is extra explanation. In this case, it's acting like of in English. パンダは英語の先生です。パンダは英語の先生です。Panda-san right here is English teacher. So teacher of English. Sensei is teacher and no particle, and a in front of the no there is eigo English. So English doesn't own the teacher. It's not possessive. It's extra explanation. What kind of teacher? It's English teacher. パンダは英語の先生です。Okay, let's practice. 日本語の学生 Translate the following phrases into Japanese using no. Example, student of Japanese language. 日本語の学生。日本語の学生。Number 1. I will wait 3 seconds after I read for your answer. Number 1. My teacher. 私の先生。私の先生。Number 2. My telephone number. 私の電話番号。私の電話番号。Number 3. My name. 私の名前。私の名前。Number 4. Takashi's major. Major. たかしさんの専攻。たかしさんの専攻。Number 5. Mary's friend. メリーさんの友達。メリーさんの友達。Number 6. Student of University of London. ロンドン大学の学生。ロンドン大学の学生。Number 7. Teacher of Japanese language. 日本語の先生。日本語の先生。Number 8. High school teacher. 高校の先生。高校の先生。高校の先生。Okay, well done! We learned 3 grammar points of lesson 1 of Genki 1. Excellent job! Let's recap. Grammar point 1. X は Y です。X は Y です。私はヒーローです。 Grammar point 2. Ask questions with か particle. あなたはバットマンですか？あなたはバットマンですか？ Grammar point 3. No particle. Noun 1. No noun 2. There's two meanings. Number 1 is possession. Number 2 is extra explanation. 萌先生は私の先生です。パンダは英語の先生です。Yay! You have completed lesson 1, Genki 1. Well done! 終わり Finish! ありがとうございました。Thank you for watching and I'll see you in lesson 2. またね。じゃあね。